So what's up guys, and welcome back. Today I actually decided to do another wee update since I done one yesterday, but I actually haven't done one in ages, so I'm actually going to try my best and do some more updates. And then today's one, as you can see, here's our wee lovely British show racer. Now let me know if the wings are okay to be like that, because in my opinion, in my opinion there's something up with that guy's wings. I don't know what could be up with it, the way it's like pointing out the ways. I just don't like the way it sits. I'll show you guys a bit better. See the way it like sits out the ways? I don't know if that's an angel wing or something like that. I'm not too sure, but anyway. Right, come on mama. I have the eggs. So these eggs, I went ahead last night and I actually don't know how what it's called, but like candled them, if you know what I mean. Like got a wee light and put it on top of the light, and I seen the two wee babies moving around in it. Them their eggs, my rough guess is there's another 3 to 4 days, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, and before I go, why not show Big Red? And as you might be like, Big Red, oh, and then we'll get them two are my British show racer pair, my new ones. So this loft, I'm gonna be getting rid of every single racing pigeon, and I'm only gonna be keeping show racers in here. In the other loft is gonna be my Fantail loft. The Fantails have always been sort of a favourite to me. Some other people might say, you know, it's not that big of a deal, you know. To me, Fantail pigeons are kind of a favourite. Someone did mention to put some like wee things on the floor. I forgot what they're called, on the bottom of the floor. This loft will be getting cleaned out. So basically, soon as these guys grow up, this guy and then the eggs here, as soon as they hatch and grow up, all the show racers from here will be going into that other loft, and they're going to be staying in there for a little bit until I paint this loft and make nesting boxes for in here as well. It's just I'm gonna make nesting boxes for in there first, because that's gonna be mostly the breeding loft, and then this one's gonna be for all the hens throughout the winter. This wee small loft, I decided to do that, and then the big loft's gonna be for the cocks. But all the show racers will always be coming back here, so that's why I'm gonna make nesting boxes for the show racers for in here. There will be some other show racers coming as well. I'm interested in buying some pieds, red pieds, blue pieds, and maybe some black pieds. They've been always kind of a favourite to do. Now, let's go ahead and then do this here. There you are. So, you might be like, what's this thing on the floor? This is actually called cat litter. I might have talked about it in yesterday's video, but I might have not. I'm not too sure. The thing is, I decided to use this cat litter. That's what it looks like. They're just wood, like these are pine, not pine shavings, but pine pellets. And as soon as a bit of like poo or a bit of wet hits it, where can I get a good example of it? It basically, I'll come back here. So this is where the birds poo. as you can see, it just turns into sawdust. And I decided to go ahead and use this for this loft. And then the other loft might be getting the same thing done to it as well. And I might just be having this on the floor. But I'm actually going to have to get another bag of this for in here, because one bag doesn't do the job for in here. But for the other one bag will definitely do the full thing. But as I said, I'm going to be making nesting boxes and blah blah blah. So I actually mentioned in yesterday's video as well, is that nest boxes will be coming, like this full row will be nesting boxes. And I'm hoping to fit 20 nesting boxes in here. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Which equals to 40 birds being able, well, 20 pairs should fit in here just for the breeding season. But there's going to be a bigger there's going to be an aviary put on this loft as well. But I'm not too sure on the aviary yet. But there's going to be a couple more fantails coming, because I have 17, but I actually want to bring the number up to 20. But I'm still figuring out which ones are hens and cocks. So I went ahead yesterday and marked that there bio with a blue ring. And then there was maybe 2 more cocks spotted last night. But I forgot to put rings on them. Number 1, that there was acting like a cock, the big black one. I don't know if it's a black one or not, or it's obviously a black one, but what I was meant to say is I actually don't know if that's a cock or not. But yeah, what I'm thinking about doing is taking out all the cocks and maybe putting them over in the other loft, and then there's only gonna be maybe, and then all the hens will be in here. But if there's gonna be 1 or 2 cocks still in here, they're gonna show themselves better. Or I was thinking about taking out all the hens that I know are hens, taking them out for a week and then putting them back in after a week and seeing how they're gonna be, doing. Them 2 are cocks there, them 3 I should say. I don't know about that there one still. That there, I have no clue what that is. As far as I know, that's a hen, but I could be wrong, it might be a cock as well. So I might be short on hens. Now, the thing is, I have no clue really. I have no clue what I'm short on, or what do I have more of. You can see the way the black one's acting. Would that be a cock there? Or the black one as well? Could you just let me know what do you think, because there's actually a couple more birds, a couple more fantails. There's a guy that's selling 13 of them. And if I would buy all 13, I would have 30 in here, which to me, to be honest, the guy has 3 spare hens, and then the rest of them are all in pairs. But there's no point me bringing the numbers up so quick. My dad even said to me, because there's gonna be young ones off these guys, and like, I mean, that white cock paired up to the blue hen, you're mostly gonna be getting blue pieds out of them, or maybe a saddleback. And what a saddleback is basically, imagine that colour, the blue, but just on the wings, and the rest of the bird's white. Or there's sometimes maybe like a couple of odd wee speckles, or there might be like a blue tail feather and stuff. But yeah, oh, and I would actually like to apologise for posting yesterday's video up a bit late, because I done that video. I made that video like early in the day, and then I just forgot to post it. So when I went to bed last night, I went ahead and posted that. But anyway, that's what I just wanted to put out there. There's gonna be some Fantail crossbreeding as well. And you might be like, why are you gonna be doing a crossbreeding? Reason is because I'm after more Fantails with feathers on their feet like that. But the people I know, they say to me there's no way for them to be selling them. But I'm gonna be, thinking about it, because there's no point me going out like right now, like today, and buying, Irish tumblers to cross in with my Fantails. That's what I wanted to do, because Irish tumblers are actually the same size bird, and nearly the same in body as well. It's just they have feathers on their feet and they don't have a nice fan of a tail. But like, she is one of the favourites, as I said in yesterday's video. She has that lovely like round tail on her. Like those guys there, they are some type of a Fantail cross, and you can tell that easily, because that there's a purebred garden Fantail now, and so is that one. Now the blues, yes, as well, because I was told that they're actually not the purebred garden Fantails, because a couple of years ago the guy said that they crossed some blue coloured pigeons over to their Fantails, and that's how they kept getting the blue colour. But then the Fantails brought over the tail. But these guys have been bred with Fantails for years and years, so they have the nice tails on them. But there's a couple here that I'm going to be working on. I'm hoping that there's a hen, because if it's a hen, she's going to be getting crossed to him. So he's going to bring over a bit of white into her bloodline. She has a bit of white as well. And then I'm hoping to get her brown colour over as well, basically to their young ones. I'm going to be trying to do like pairing up and stuff. So my two prints will be getting paired up. Because if I cross that to white, there's another print, no point really. There is point if you like, because there's actually a lot of people do that, they have a red, so what they do, they cross it to maybe a black, and then you're basically guaranteed to get reds or blacks, because there shouldn't be any other colour popping up. But you never know what could pop up, because it's actually the same with rabbits as well. We breed rabbits as well, and there's this here black, there's this black female rabbit, and then there's this here black boy rabbit. You put them together, you're not guaranteed to get pure black bunnies out of them. So it's basically the same with pigeons as well, and I actually have experience in, like, if you go like back to the videos, I will show like some of the, there was this here, I got this lovely more of like a black checkered white flight out of a blue cock and a checkered hen. So there comes to show there was no white in them. So how in the hell did they bring over the white flight? There's obviously had to be some type of like and what I mean by like some type of colour is maybe the granny or the granda could have had white flights, but they didn't bring that over to the parents of the white flight. But the parents of the white flight brought that over to the young one. So you're actually never guaranteed the colour, and I've been told this from a lot of people. But yeah, make sure to let me know what you think about this. With this here method, the guy told me you only have to clean it maybe once a month or so. Give it a bit clean out, and that's really it. But he said to me during the winter to don't clean the loft out. just let it be dirty. And what I mean by dirty is, he told me to always put more cat litter on it, because the cat litter and the poo will end up conducting heat, and then the heat will basically help the pigeons as well throughout the winter, because during the summer the birds are warm, during the winter they're cold. So you actually want them to be nice and warm during the winter as well. But I'm not saying this like when you're gonna come in here, this is gonna be like it's gonna be roasting in here. But there is gonna be a bit of there is gonna be a small bit of heat getting conducted from the poo, and then the shavings, or the wood pellets, I should say it. But yeah, I'm gonna be doing a video of me, explaining and maybe picking through the birds and seeing, and actually saying my opinions on them. If you want me to go ahead and do that with my show racers as well, I could make that happen. I could probably make that happen, and get that there done as well. I was actually thinking about doing a video like that, where I come in here, and then I ask someone to film me while I'm picking out the birds and showing you what I like about them and what I don't. So there's going to be basically pros and cons, or good things about the birds and bad things about the birds, and there's going to be things that I want to change in their young ones. So with these fantails, there's actually a couple that I want to change, and I'll actually let you know now. So that boy over there, that boy over there, that one over there, and where are you? There you are. That one over there. Well, I'm going to be trying to pair them up with fantails that have the big, massive tails on them. And you might be like, why? Like, look at that bird. He's nearly just a normal street pigeon, basically, like a coloured street pigeon. But he has a sort of like a half fantail, if you get what I mean. I'm looking to bring over that there at least, like when they put up their tails like that, or a big nice cone tail on them. But yeah, and actually let me know what type of videos you want me to do. If you want to see the fantails more, or do you want to see the show racers more? Because what I could do is maybe talk about the show racers, in one video, and then make another video maybe the next day and only talk about the fantails, what I like about them, feeding them and stuff like that. Now what I did with these here, these here drinkers, they don't come with a wee hook. Now you can get these wee hooks anywhere. I mean, I bought a wee packet for 50p or something like that. But as their wee food, I have a wee pot in there, because if you don't put a pot in there, what happens is that the food that you pour in ends up all in the middle, and the bird can't reach it, and they try and reach it when they're hungry, and it's just, I was told it's not good for them to be trying to reach in for something that there's no way for them to get to, because that there makes the birds, what I was told is that the birds will not really, there's a word that I'm looking for, is that the birds will not trust the feeder in a way that they're gonna be like, they're gonna come in here and they're gonna be like, I would actually prefer to eat the food over there and not what's here. So this food was poured in last night. There's more in here and more in that one as well. But the birds still haven't ate it, so I didn't give them a feed this morning. They ate a lot of grit, because I filled this up yesterday, but I'm gonna have to fill up the minerals again. Oh, and I was wondering, see these minerals, what happens to them if they get wet? If I actually sprinkle a bit of water to them. Because my friend said to me to give the minerals wet, but I was told by other guys, don't give the minerals wet. So I'm in the middle of, am I allowed to give the minerals wet, or is it not good for the birds? Yeah, but anyway, so this roof, I'm gonna be thinking about maybe cutting a wee hole here, like that, and getting a bit of tape and taping it up to the roof. And but I was told by some people just to take it off, but during the winter, this is because the metal roofing, that's metal roofing there, that's see-through, but during the winter there's going to be some water droppings on this here, and they're going to be dropping down, and the loft's just going to be wet, and a wet loft is not a healthy loft. I was told this by a lot of people, to keep your loft as dry as you can, and it's actually pretty true. Now them two paired up, so they did. I'm thinking about leaving the ones that paired up, but they might change their mind when they're going to be separated throughout the winter, because every single hen out of here will be going over in that other loft, and then the show racer cocks will be coming over here, just so there's no breeding throughout the winter. And then I'm gonna breed them early in the year, like maybe end of December after Christmas, or I'm thinking about putting them together on Christmas Day. I don't know why, it's just that would be, you know, like a funny sort of thing to do, you know, because not many people do that. Like a lot of people wait until March and only put them together at March, or even May, and then they breed maybe 2 rounds out of them and then separate them again. But basically I'm gonna be leaving my birds to pair up to whoever they want, unless I can find a cock bird that has feathers on its feet for her, because I actually like birds with feathers on their feet. And you might be like, well, that's pretty good, you know, why you should actually try and buy some. But the problem is with me at the minute is that there's just no way for me to buy in fantails that have feathers on their feet. So I'm thinking about making my own type of garden fantail crossed over to an Irish tumbler. The Irish tumbler gives basically the feathers on the feet, and a fantail will bring over the big tail, and then see that baby that's going to come out of there, the two of them. I'm just going to keep on crossing that over to the fantail with big tails on them, and that will hopefully help with bringing the bigger tail and bringing more of the fantail look to that bird. So what I was thinking about buying is, 4 Irish tumblers and taking 4 pigeons out of here, 2 cocks and 2 hens, so 4 altogether. She would be one of them because she already has the feet feathers, and she would be getting paired up to a white Irish tumbler to get the pure whites. But anyway, there's what I'm hoping for. She would be put to a black cock just to see, you know, what she would throw, or he would be put to a black hen, and then I would put that one maybe to a brown Irish tumbler hen. I'm sort of thinking about crossing a couple, but I'm gonna have to make a breeding box, or I might wait until I have my boxes built, because I actually could go ahead quickly and make wee doors for 5 of them, or because I only need 4 of them, so I could end up doing that, and they could be locked up, and I could maybe get a round off them this year, but maybe I couldn't, you never know. But throughout the winter I'm gonna be looking out for fantails with feathers on their feet. So if you there's this one guy that I know of, but as I said, he's not selling them. But I'm actually looking for some, so just let me know really if he's like have any or like I actually don't know what to do to cross a fantail, you know, because the garden fantails are a bit different than Indian fantails. Because there's this one guy who has not garden fantails, Indian fantails, but he's actually selling them. But the thing is, they're £150 each because they're show quality and they all have pedigrees. And to be honest, for me to get a pedigree bird and to just cross over to normal fantail, maybe not the best type of thing. But anyway, I'll go ahead and show you guys the British show racers real quick, and then that's gonna wrap it up for today's one. Yeah, others really it. So we're back in here. So babies, so this is the mummy of the baby here, and she has white flights. And I was wondering, like, does this bird look like it's gonna have white flights, or there's no way it's gonna have white flights? Because in my opinion, there's not a single white in it there, only on its way back. But yeah, so as I said, this loft's gonna be all on the show racing pigeons. Now, I'm not gonna be showing them or racing them or anything. I'm just gonna be breeding them and selling the babies on, really. I'm only doing this for a hobby, not for like a business or anything. Like showing them, like this shed, I would have to keep this immaculate condition for me to actually show the birds, because there's gonna be at the shows, they look at this bird, they're all like, yep, tail dirty, get out, basically. There's just no point really. Now she looks good, you know, they would say, okay, yeah, you can take her into the show. But other birds, they would just say, you know, take that out. Look at the state of the, like the, what you call the tail feathers. Now please let me know what you think of the show racing project, or if you want me to start sort of a new project. But I'm not really interested in starting with new birds, because the show racing pigeons have always been, you know, sort of like, I actually wanted them from early on, but I wasn't able to get them. There's them two are a pair, and then where's that other cockbird at? Don't know where he is at the minute, but yeah, that's the big red. You can tell how big that one is compared to a normal racing pigeon, like, you know. But yeah, really, I'm mostly focusing on my fantails and my show racers. So all these racing pigeons, if you're interested in them, basically they're not going to be for free, but they're going to be for a pretty cheap price. So if you want them, you can end up taking them, because they're no good to me. Mealy hen, I'm thinking about crossing this mealy hen over to the big red one for next year's breeding. There's going to be boxes in here, but all these boxes that will be in here will have a wee wire door made for, and I'm going to be making wire doors for all them as well. There's going to be wee hooks at the top, and then there's going to be, I'm going to do it that way, there's going to be a wee hook at the top that I'm just going to hook the door up to, because the birds can't push it out, because there's just no way for them to push it out that much that they get out. And then there's going to be a bit of wood maybe that I might put on the bottom that I can twist so it locks them in, or, you know, if you get what I mean. But anyway, that one's going to be it for today's one. So make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.